fighter, always have been. In the ring and in business. 30 years of battles, rising, falling, rebuilding. I've made money, I've lost money, but it wasn't until I created Zapata Systems was I able to really find my way out. But the toughest fight, it wasn't physical. It was watching money walk out the door week after week, whether to vendors charging too much or labor not justifying the revenue. That money stress, it doesn't always stay at work. It follows you home, turns into arguments, cold dinners, and broken peace. And then there's the IRS, back taxes, deadlines, pressure you can't punch your way out of. Zapata Systems shows you what you're really paying. It gives you control, leverage, and savings. This isn't about surviving. It's about winning. You're in a fight. Start acting like it. Zapata Systems. Fight smarter.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Movie Talk. I am Joe Zapata. We got a great week for you. We got Superman crosses over 600 million, is doing extremely well. We're going to talk, of course, Peacemaker, the episode 1 review, which was excellent. Well, let's introduce the team. First, Dave, DC Clary. What's up, Dave? How you doing?
Howdy, boys. Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. And, of course, the screenwriter all the way from Puerto Rico, Rob Alvarenga. What's up, Robbie?
Wepa, my fellas.
Well, you're still there?
Yes, sir. I'm still here, man.
You're still over there. You're still kind of hanging and banging.
Yes, to say the least.
Well, at least the weather's good over there, right? Still is pretty good.
100%, man. It's beautiful, man. It's chef's kiss.
That's good. That's really good. All right, guys. So let's get started really quick. So first, we're going to talk about is James Gunn said we talked about it before that he was going to be coming back to the Saw franchise, but now we find out he's not coming back as a director. He's actually coming back as the guide and bringing back to the original roots now. He says he's got a couple ideas and everything. I've always liked the Saw franchise. It got a little bit crazy towards the end after the first 2 were good, and I think even the third one was okay. But then after that, I kind of lost track. I know, Rob, you are a big horror guy. What do you think about James Wan and coming to the Saw franchise?
It can hurt. It can't. I mean, where they made it to 10 movies. So all right. So this is my thing with Saw, right? So the first movie I actually thought was actually pretty amazing, right up until the end. So and people thought at the end it was like, oh, it's genius. Spoiler alert: if you haven't seen that movie, there's a guy that's supposed to be dead in the middle of a one room between two guys, and he was there alive the whole time. Gets up at the end, slams the other guy shut, in a room, whatever. And that was Jigsaw. That's the first really introduction to Jigsaw. So my thing was, when I first saw that was, whoa, how was this guy there the whole time and no one realized that this guy was still alive? And the beautiful, I guess, genius about the Saw franchise is that it really took me for the entire 8-movie franchise to finally get that answer. So they made me watch 8 movies in a row for me to answer how this guy was alive the whole time. So kudos to them. They hooked me up for that. But overall, I mean, I actually enjoyed that franchise for what it was. I mean, it really started jumping the shark towards the end. But anyway, full circle, the first one I really thought was like pretty amazing for it. And that's James Wan's first directorial feature. And I thought he hit it out of the park, with that detail, mentioned. But still, now the thing that I find interesting is 2 things. One, he never directed another one of those movies, which I didn't really realize this until I was reading up on this. So the fact that he doesn't want to come back as the director, wants to come as a guide. He kind of half pregnant. That's kind of like how I looked at it. So it's like, so what are we doing here? So I don't know what kind of creative ideas they have for this franchise. As long as they deliver what they always deliver, which is, that out of, just over the top, like, just crazy torture, games that we love, we people of the franchise, the fans of the franchise really love. As long as they
Mhm.
deliver that, they'll do well. But I'm just not sure how James Wan's influence is really gonna change what it is. He's
Yeah.
not revamping it. He's not, recreating the wheel here.
No, exactly. Dave, have you have any interest with the Saw franchise? I don't know if you do or not.
Well, the first, the original Saw, I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. It definitely had that whole "I see dead people" moment,
Hmm.
which could kind of be just like all Shyamalan's movies are kind of everyone's waiting for the twist. Whereas in Saw, it kind of deviated from what I think Wan might have originally intended that series to be.
Hmm.
Um, I think they also got lucky, like Rob said, with however many movies it took for them to explain how that happened. I
Hmm.
think they kind of just backed their way into that real lucky wise. I don't know if it was. I don't think it was a masterful stroke of writing, a la Kevin Feige in the first phase of Marvel. Um, but yeah, to Rob's point, I think maybe he's just playing it safe. Like if he's just like a consultant, how much can you really blame how good or bad the movie is on his contributions? And maybe he just didn't like what happened with like where it went, where it ended up going. So I don't know. I'd like to see if he could maybe pump some good life into it, but I don't know if that franchise has enough juice to like do another 10 movies.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like,
I agree with you. I don't know if it does have the juice to do that. We'll
because
have to
I
wait.
know they tried to like tie it up with Spiral, which I didn't see. But like, how many times are we going to go back to the well with this guy's alive? He's not alive. He's got people who look up to
Mhm.
him. What are we doing? I don't know.
Yeah, it gets very confusing after a while. Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Just turn this on
Um,
into the scene.
yeah, the theme song is good. Yeah, and the little puppet, Jigsaw.
There you go. Yeah.
Like the little puppet. I hope to see that a couple more times. We'll wait and see what happens with that and James Wong. But the next big thing, and if I would have told you we're a year that we have 4 comic book movies come out before Superman, and 3 of them are Marvel, and Superman beats them, you'd probably be like, "Are you crazy?" Right? But Superman crosses 600 million. It makes a lot. It makes profit. And here's the list of the movies, guys: Craven 62 million, Captain America 4 415, Thunderbolts 382, Fantastic Four at 490, and Superman at 605. This is very impressive. And now James Gunn with the Superman shirt on, you said James Gunn did it with Superman. It's made money. People are believing in it. And it's successful. So now we're going to go from here and it'll lead us to Peacemaker. But what do you, Dave, think about Superman? Great movie as we saw it together, crossing 600 million.
I think it's great. I'm not super surprised. I may be a little surprised that it's taken as long as it has. But I also feel like I know why it hit streaming already, because he was talking about, with Peacemaker coming out, like, let's get people to see what's going on. So everyone's like on the same page. So, I mean, could that have hurt the box office? Maybe a little bit, but I know, like, I was ready to buy it on streaming, and I was like, no, it'll probably be on HBO in another couple of weeks. But yeah, like I said, I'm not surprised. I just maybe a little surprised it took as long as it did. But yeah, I thought we'd be here with time frame, whatever.
Yeah, and I think we predicted something about this area. Rob, what did you think about
all of us said anywhere between the 600 and 700?
Yes. Rob, what do you think about this man crossing 600?
No, it's I mean, Dave's already kind of saying it. This is what we expected. I said it, many times. It really would take talent to screw up a Superman movie, and James Gunn, again, to his credit, he made sure that he hit all the right Superman notes for this movie, and he delivered. And the thing that's wild is that I just find it interesting that people now, are starting to believe in James Gunn now because of the box office numbers that's coming up. That's actually, they're showing how profitable this thing is. I mean, if you needed to wait for the box office numbers at this point to believe in what James Gunn is going for or is delivering, I mean, you're kind of already missing the boat on, how lucky, DC is to have James Gunn leading the charge here. And also, he's absolutely I agree with his decision already about to make a saga with Superman. Because again, to me, he's learning from the mistakes of DCEU. They gave us Man of Steel, and then we never saw another Superman movie ever again. Every Superman was a cameo,
Hmm.
which is like, how are you going to do that for you DC's central character? That
Hmm.
that that never made any sense to me whatsoever with that decision. So rightfully so, I don't think he's changing course. I think he does. It's still fitting with his vision, but seeing how just how successful the movie is, why not? Let's really make Superman the foundation for this new universe. Give him the saga right now, okay, and
Hmm.
then everything else should play off of that.
Hmm.
Doesn't that make more sense? I mean, that's something that
Yeah.
DCEU should have figured out back in the day.
Yeah.
So no, I believe. Look, trust in the process. Trust in James Gunn. He's taking DC where it's honestly it's never been. So
Yeah.
good for this.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah. I look at this list that they have up here. Those Marvel movies were really good. I enjoyed all of them. I didn't see Fantastic Four yet, but I enjoyed the other two. But Craven, I walked out of. But those movies were good. And for Superman to do that, I think it's pretty impressive. I really do. So we'll wait and see. Now, the next big one, obviously, leading from Superman, staying with the DC, obviously, was Peacemaker. Had the debut last week. The ratings were through the roof, obviously. I loved that episode, and it started off great. Obviously, we're going to talk a little bit of spoilers. I mean, it got me excited for the next episode. I love the bar scene fight. Obviously, was great, even because and she loses. Everything about it hit the points for me, just like Daredevil. Dave, I'm going to start with you. Did you enjoy this episode, and are you ready for the second one?
Yeah, I loved it. I've watched it maybe 3 or 4 times already.
Oh wow!
I wanted to make sure. One, I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything, and then I kind of wanted to see if there's anything miss anything big. But then I kind of wanted to like take in stuff in the background in the dimensional room, and I think it was great. Are we going into spoilers? Because I just want to like.
Yes, we're going into spoilers right now.
Let's go.
So real quick to piggyback off Rob's point about is Gunn now going to turn everything into like a saga with Superman? I think if you can have a movie like Superman and then have a show like Peacemaker that has a really heel turn, we're going to do some cocaine and have a crazy full frontal orgy scene. But like it all fits and makes sense. That kind of shows the breadth of what I think Gunn is capable of doing and having everybody along for the ride. I think that's really important, but also should let us know that like some crazy things can happen. John Cena was great. Like when when they're having the drinks and everyone's going to bed, father gets up and he just rubs his ear and says, "Love you, buddy." And it's clear like his entire life of being treated the way he was by his father, like flashes before his eyes.
Yep.
I'm not going to lie. As soon as he grabs his brother's arm and said, "I love you," like I knew where that was coming from. I got a little teary eyed. I was like, "Oh man, this performance is really great." And it's just, it was a three-word line. And I think it really kind of set the tone for the emotional impact that we are probably going to have for the next 7 or 8 episodes. And the action was great. Like he firing on all cylinders.
Yep. And I think James Gunn's a genius because I'm going to show you right now. This scene right here.
Yes.
He actually switched everything right up real quick.
Yeah, like there's definitely some retconning going on, and like completely fine because without that, we can't go where he wants to go.
Correct.
They did a little ADR when they said when Adebayo was like in the season 1, she's like, can't you just call it like the Justice League? And they changed it to Justice Gang.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, it's fine. Like, let's just go. Let's just do it. Like, what are we waiting here? What are we waiting for?
It worked great. Rob, did you get a chance to see it in Puerto Rico? Did you get to watch it?
Oh yeah. I snuck away to watch this thing because I was not gonna miss it. Didn't want anything spoilers to mess this up. And man, I mean, for James Gunn, that's the thing. This is more James Gunn's wheelhouse. Really dealing with like really broken people and having some kind of redemption arc for them to actually attempt to do. Um, you know, a lot of stuff in this. First of all, just everything we're talking about, right? So the simple, retcon, so simple. Just reshoot it with the Justice gag, same exact thing. Nothing changes. We're talking about, we're in the age of the multiverse, right?
Mhm.
So, how many times we've heard that, multiverses can have universes that are almost exactly the same with just little changes. So work with that. See, it's simple stuff like that. You don't have to revamp the entire franchise and start over from scratch and retell an origin story just so you could change whatever you're going to change in the universe. Especially with comic book stories and whether it's Marvel or DC. Simple. Just let's get to the real thing that we want to see, which is the new season of Peacemaker. So all
Yep.
those questions, whether this is a different universe or not, answered in a matter of seconds. Perfect. Um, Man, Peacemaker, Chris Smith, John Cena.
Mhm.
Man, this guy is. I could tell this guy. He's going to be giving us like some really like heart gut punching performances. He
Yep.
already started to with this episode. It's wild. And again, spoiler alert, right? At the end of the episode, he's reliving, he's living out, different universes like a fantasy basically, where he gets to see his brother that lived and his father's not a dick, you know.
Mhm.
And then that universe's Peacemaker goes after him and he ends up killing him.
Mhm.
So, which is like, quick answer as to how he's going to actually go basically toggle between two universes
Mhm.
through that. I mean, man, that it's all laid out, man. You could tell he's gonna have like his moments of just like loving every minute of this new universe where he's a revered hero versus the universe that he really belongs to. And
Mhm.
so many lives he's already changed and damaged. Now that universe's Peacemaker is dead. So now gonna have a brother that is losing a brother again, a father
Yep.
that's gonna probably go down the same road. He's gonna it's almost like he's creating his own demons, and John Cena is going to basically just be there to like, you're going to be feeling every single emotion along the way with him. Like, what do I do? Do I pretend or do I be real? It's like, it's going to be great. I was really shocked with the whole orgy scene and stuff, but laughing my ass off throughout the whole time.
Mhm.
I mean, how much TNA was in those like few couple minutes? It felt like forever.
Mhm.
I can tell you because I
So,
watched it 4 times.
hey, you gotta make sure you didn't miss anything, right? So,
Not a
Mhm.
thing.
but yeah, no, it's but James Gunn, I don't know if I think he's only directing a couple of the first few episodes, if I'm not mistaken in understanding that. But he's definitely made sure that he's pushed the ship in the right course. And man,
Mhm.
I can't wait to see next week's episode. Well, actually, this week's episode, right? Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah. To me, James Gunn has told us more about the multiverse than the past two phases of Marvel in that one in that episode, pretty much. I
And
think he
it's
did a
so
great,
simple, so simple and easy.
yeah, really. And compared to all the, the Marvel, phase 4 or 5, to
Well,
much better. James Gunn did a great job.
the thing that makes the retcon really easy is if you really think about it. So season 1 came out what 3 years ago at this point now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In
maybe something
my
like that.
opinion, when that season was over, that was the high point of the DCEU. That was probably the best thing that we had gotten. I don't care about
Yeah.
Zack Snyder's Justice League. I don't care about any of that stuff. I think that
Mhm.
was really the best look at what we could expect. And now
Mhm.
everything else is kind of elevated to that. So it's real simple to just be like everything that was tying the best thing we had to the old crap, just get rid of it and let's just keep going.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, you can tell James Gunn's going to go in a lot of different directions because you could take little Johnny to see Superman, but then you can't sit down and watch Peacemaker after that.
Yeah, right. A little bit for everybody, right?
James Gunn's going to do a great job with it, so
I
I
am
can't.
curious. So what do you guys think? Is the top trio, are they just like, are they all racist superheroes or are they good superheroes?
I don't
Man,
know.
Because I don't know if you noticed,
I was thinking about that. Yeah.
Maker's glove is facing the other direction.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
I gotta check back.
I don't know if it means anything. It's just a way to differentiate the characters, but the dove is in a different direction.
That probably means a lot, actually,
Yeah,
to be quite honest.
yeah, you're probably right. Oh, well, we're gonna see tomorrow. I can't wait for tomorrow's episode to drop and find out, what happens next. All right, guys. So we got some mailed questions that came in, a bunch of them, and I guess this is Ghostbusters Central because I got a ton of questions for Dave here. I don't know what's going on, but we'll start them off really here with a couple of questions here. And the first one is from Herbert H from PA. He says, Ghostbuster Dave, if you could sit down with Ivan Reitman for dinner, what would you ask him to change in Ghostbusters 2, or what would you want to know?
How do you just go to Ghostbusters 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, actually, for the most part, Ghostbusters 2 is just bogged down by the end.
Yeah.
By the Statue of Liberty, and I don't know if it's necessarily their fault because it was coming off a few years of the cartoon, and I think there might have been some way trying to figure out how can we keep the theme of what has been built and like make it more family friendly and less scary.
Mm-hmm.
Ghostbusters wasn't really scary, but if you put 1 versus 2, let alone the overall quality of the films, there's a darker, more serious tone to the first one, and the second one isn't as funny. I would have loved to know if the Statue of Liberty scene was really was that in the first draft? Did you guys come around to that? Could some of it have been the studios been like, hey guys, we have a really successful cartoon, we have to make this like a little bit more kid friendly.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I really think it didn't do great with. I think the villain in and of himself was fine.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of suffered from whatever the technology was of the day to make it feel like it could have been a little bit more menacing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the structure is pretty solid.
Okay. All right. Next question here is Rick from New York. He says, who do you guys consider the best wrestler turned actor? Batista is slowly becoming my favorite. Well, John Cena is now coming up there really quick for me. Of course, The Rock might be one to consider the best, the most money making, but and Batista with Guardians of the Galaxy, he made a couple other movies, I think, is doing well. But John Cena with Peacemaker is doing great. Rob, what do you think? You have an idea? Who do you?
I think I would lean actually to Batista, because Batista, the thing about him is that at the very least, not that John Cena is not showing some range, because I think he is. But I think I just find that with Batista, he's taken, in my opinion, he's taking a little bit more risk with his roles. It's a little more, he really is somebody that really, and again, this is not a slight on John Cena, because I think John Cena is actually a pretty damn good actor. But I just find that I respect that Batista actually he made it a point to find some range to what he could deliver, So whether it's he was in that Vegas zombie movie, which if you saw that movie, his army, I think it was Army of the Dead. I didn't want to because there's a lot of armies of Darkness, Dead, whatever. They get a little confusing, which sucks. I think the title could have been something a little more original, but. That movie, I found like his role, particularly, just an example. It's not something. He wasn't just like the super strong guy, whatever. He was actually very vulnerable, and for the reasons why he was taking on that suicide mission. So, and some of the other roles that I've seen him do, it looks like he tries to like transform himself into, he really wants to take ownership of his character. So, I think with him, because I like him trying different ways, whereas John Cena. It's either been comedy, or Peacemaker for the most part. I haven't seen him in anything like truly serious yet. I mean, unless I'm missing something here. So he's kind of like found his niche role, and the role of his lifetime with Peacemaker. But I think Batista has more range right now, my opinion, than John Cena.
Batista was in Dune too. He was in Dune, right? The Dune movies, the new ones. So that was pretty good.
Yes, he was actually 100%. He was.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, Dave, who do you have any actor turned wrestler that, you know.
So I was going to give it to Cena, clear cut, and then Rob really kind of changed my mind because I kind of forget how much stuff Batista's been in. So The Rock will take it in terms of just box office draw and like financial success. But at some point, like I'm not really excited for any of his films. I mean, I am excited for the Smashing Machine, but it's because it's a complete departure from anything he's done in the last decade.
Correct.
But essentially, he's just playing The Rock in every role.
Mm-hmm.
Cena, I love. I think he does have a lot of range, but he's leaning into like the action comedy. There's nothing wrong with that. I would love to see him do some other things, but like, listen, if this is what he ends up doing for the next decade of his career, Peacemaker and some similar things, kind of okay with it. I think what makes Batista fall into the background is a little bit. He's never really the lead, right? The Rock's always the lead. John Cena's the lead. Batista's not been. You know, he was in what was it? Skyfall.
Who?
Whatever the Bond movie was.
Wow.
Recently.
I forget.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. There you go.
He was Inspector. Obviously, he had his turn as Drax in Guardians. Y'all forget, what was it, Cabin in the Woods, the Shyamalan movie?
Yeah, that's right.
Now that I thought about it, I was like, he's really good at this type of character. He's just not the lead guy. So even he probably might be showcasing the most amount of acting chops because he's just not front and center all the time. You would probably put like Cena, Batista, The Rock in terms of like who you want to see. But Batista probably has the most varied projects so far.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen everything he's been in because I didn't really care for Dune. I thought it was a snooze fest. But everyone loved it, so what do I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
he was in Knives Out too, I think. Knives Out 2 he was in too.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't get to see it, but I was like, wait a minute, he was in Knives Out, I believe, too. So, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and then an Uber driver. Wasn't he the Uber driver in that funny comedy with Kamal?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Holy crap, yes.
He was in a couple.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, he was an Uber driver or something like that.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot that. I forget the name of that movie, but yeah, you're right. You're right.
So he's been around doing some stuff with a lot of different range. So, yeah, maybe Batista. All right, let's see what we got. The next one says. Thomas from Garfield, New Jersey. Mr. Dave, if Ghostbusters was real, would you consider signing up and fighting ghosts for it?
Well, I'm already signed up. What are you talking about if it was real?
Oh, my God. I love this.
$11.5 a year, I'm good.
Rob from Newark, New Jersey says, if you could own one movie car, what would it be? Batmobile, Ecto-1, Kit, General Lee, DeLorean.
That last one, the DeLorean, 100%. This is not even a thought for me. I know that most people would either go with the Batmobile. Kit was pretty sweet. I mean, I'm evidently fans of Dave Kalari and will say Ecto One, but for me, give me that DeLorean. When that thing wheeled out from the back of that truck in Back to the Future, I was in love. I'm like, I don't even know what car this is, and I want it.
Yeah, I'm going Batmobile.
This guy didn't mention car.
Car, right. K-A-R.
yeah. Kit car, yeah. Batmobile for me. I don't know. I just love the Batmobile. Dave, you have one, probably Ecto one?
No, because like it's impractical. Like if I'm already signed up for the Ghostbusters, I'm in their car. I don't need my own Ecto one.
Okay, that's true.
Batmobile, like what were we talking? We talking about '89. We talking about the Tumbler. We talking about those stupid ones from the Joel Schumacher movies, or like the Charger from the Batman. Like there's a lot of
different ones.
You got to get into it, man. Kit was always cool because that was like a kind of like a regular car, and you could always turbo boost through traffic.
You're right.
I'd probably twist the knee trying to get in and out of the windows all the time.
Yeah.
And Rob's got the DeLorean, so I can't choose that. So I don't really know. It's kind of tough.
All right, this one's from Dennis K. from Bergen County, New Jersey. Says, "Hey, screenwriter Rob, what movie inspired you to become a screenwriter?"
Oh my God, that is an excellent question. This is going to be wild. I think Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park. Because yes, I remember when I watched it. Blown away, and I walked and I kept thinking like, man, they got to start making some other movies, whatever. I got into an argument. I remember arguing with my brother about this. They're like, how many movies are you gonna have with dinosaurs and stuff like that? It's like, no, I'm giving them ideas and stuff like that. And then those that epiphany moment, like, if I was writing a story, I would do this. I'm like, well, wait a minute, what? That sounds like a super cool idea. Why don't I write a story?
Mm-hmm.
And it was something as simple as like just an argument with my brother about the movie we just saw, and I'm just thinking like, like that idea, like if I wrote that movie, what would I change or what would I do? And all of a sudden, inspiration just ignited inside me. So it was from that movie on that I was just like, you know what, I've got to write stories, and just quickly fell in love with the art. So yeah, but yeah, so thank you, Jurassic Park.
Okay, Jurassic Park. All right, guys. So we got two more things we're going to do here. First one is last week we did the 80s movies, number one. I'm going to do 90s to see how you guys do. This is going to be a little bit tough, okay? Let's see if we do this one. All right, we're going to try this.
Smoke this one too.
All right, you did great last week, Rob. Dave, you killed it, Dave, last week. You were banging
Yeah. He was on fire.
He was getting them all. So 1990s, okay? So 1990, the number 2 movie was Home Alone. Number 3 movie was Pretty Woman. What was the number 1 movie of 1990?
Oh my God!
Starring Patrick Swayze.
Oh,
Ghost.
It was Ghost, correct? Ghost. It was definitely Ghost. Definitely Ghost. All right, here we go. 1991. You guys should get this, I hope. Well, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves was number 2, which I find that funny. But Beauty and the Beast was number 3 of all time, 1991. What was number 1? Big movie. Arnold.
was he a Terminator 2?
Correct. Terminator 2.
For a second, I was like, I thought it was 92, but.
Mm-hmm. All right. 1993. The number 2 movie was Miss Doubtfire.
Wait, you skipped 92?
Oh, 92. Sorry. 1992. We got 91, 92. 1992. Right. The number 2 movie was The Bodyguard. Number 3 movie was Home Alone 2. The number 1 movie was actually an animated movie.
Lion King.
No, but that's some not the Lion King. But you're on the right track. What?
Aladdin?
Aladdin. Correct.
Ah.
Lion King maybe 93 then.
Here we go. 1993. Miss Doubtfire is number 2. The Fugitive is number 3. And what was the number 1 movie of 1993, Rob?
I hope this is the layup. Is it Lion King?
No, Rob.
Oh wait, I thought you said, "Oh, what happened?" I just thought thinking of this.
Back to the Future. Was it Back to the Future 3?
No. 1993. Jurassic Park.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, wow.
Bunch of idiots. Apparently, my memory
honestly
as an infant as opposed to a young teen.
Man, I thought it was 94. Wow. Okay.
So 1994 we're in right now, and Forrest Gump was the number 2 movie. True Lies was number 3. What was the number 1 movie in 1994? We should have this one. We just said it about 300 times. This was
Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers. No, the Lion King.
Yeah.
Lion King, correct. Lion King. There we go.
I love it. Dave was just dying here.
1995. The number 2 movie was Toy Story. Number 3 was Apollo 13. The number 1 movie of 1995, starring Bruce Willis.
1995. That would have been
starring Bruce Willis.
Man, I was gonna guess something different.
No, it's not the Die Hards. It can't be Die Hard.
With a back, Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Very good, Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I was just trying to do the math of 1, 2, and 3.
1996. The number 2 movie was Twister. Number 3 movie was Mission Impossible. Number 1 movie in 1996, starring Will Smith.
Was Will Smith?
Oh, yes, Independence Day.
There you go. All right. 1997. The number 2 movie was Jurassic Park 2. And then Men in Black 3. Men in Black was number 3. The number 1 movie, 1997. Biggest movie all time.
Titanic?
Correct. 1997 was Titanic.
All right.
1998, Saving Private Ryan was number 2. What? Godzilla was number 3.
Oh,
the number one
Oh.
movie.
Drop off.
What?
There should have been a huge drop off between 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm. So let's see. What was the number one in 1998? Ben Affleck.
Was it Armageddon?
Armageddon, correct.
Wow. Wow.
And 1999, and this one might be pretty easy. Sixth Sense. I would have known. The Sixth Sense is number 2. Toy Story 2 is number 3. 1999.
Matrix.
Yeah, it's gotta be Matrix.
No.
Wow.
1999. I remember it. I meant to see it opening day.
Hold on.
Wait. 1999.
1999.
Come on. All right. Who's in it?
How is it not the Matrix?
Nope,
I swore it was the Matrix.
Nope. You ready?
Well,
I'll give you one clue. I'll give you one clue. Lucas.
Oh, Star Wars. What was that? Phantom Menace?
God.
I thought you were going to get that one. Phantom Menace, 1999. That was the year for episode 1. The Phantom Menace.
So stupid.
That's
I remember
right.
being in the freshman dorm room, and all of us, my roommate and the 2 suite mates, we were huddled around the dial-up computer to watch the trailer.
The trailer?
Yeah. I
remember that. That was huge. All right, the last section here, we're going to name that little baby child actor as we go here. Name a famous baby actor. This is the last one right here, right? All right, Dave, we're going to go first with you. Who's this little guy?
Michael Keaton.
Wow, boom. Got it right.
I mean, it's got the eyebrows. Yeah.
All right, ready, Rob?
Yeah, let's go. Is that Martin Lawrence?
Very good.
Man.
All right, you'll get this one. Ready, Dave? Come on, Dave. You know this one. You got this one. Big action star.
Oh. Yeah. The crooked lip, I think, gives it away.
That's correct. Okay. All right, Rob, here you go.
All right. Oh my God. Is that Adam Sandler?
That is correct. All right, and the final one right here.
Oh my God.
She is from the Bronx.
That's Jennifer Lopez. Wow.
Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo, Jenny from the Block.
Wow.
That is Jenny from the Block.
Wow.
Crazy, right there.
Which block was she from? Cell block 4.
All right, guys. Another great week, guys. Thank you, guys. We will talk to you guys next week. We'll see you back from Puerto Rico, Rob. Take care, guys.
All right.
Thanks for watching the Zapata Brand podcast. Please subscribe to the podcast and listen where all podcasts are available.